Hello neighbor, this is Curt with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at the Benton Shifts and Grins bike rack on our 2025 Nissan Rogue. Now if you've had any experience with this bike rack, or if you watch this video and have questions about it, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. We'd love to take those and share them with our other neighbors in order to help them make the best decision for themselves. Now the Benton Shifts and Grins is a platform bike rack that allow you to carry up to 55 pounds per bike. So some of the more lightweight e-bikes are going to be able to be used on this as well. The arm here that's holding it on can be used either as a wheel mount if you have a custom paint job or a carbon fiber frame, or you can remove the head, bring it back here, and make it a frame mount if your bike has fenders on it. So very versatile in that sense. Can be used with just about any type of bike that's out there. And it'll ratchet down nice and tight. The other great thing about this bike rack is, for added features, it does come with its own hitch alignment collar, which means once you set that, you'll be able to pop this in without fiddling around and lining up the pinhole. And speaking of the pin, there is a threaded anti-rattle hitch pin that comes with it as well. But for added measure, we also added our eTrailer anti-rattle hitch collar. All of those things combined make it really solid in the shank. Anything that's a little bit looser is going to come out of here in the bike rack, which is perfectly common for a bike rack that has fold up and tilt down features like this one does. So as far as how this fits onto your Nissan Rogue, as you can see, this is a really big frame bike. It does have wider handlebars, but even in the roughest road, this really isn't in any danger of making contact with your rear windshield or the pedal making contact with the back of the car here. As far as clearance and visibility goes, when you have a few bikes loaded up on here, you are going to have your license plate is going to be obstructed. Your rear view camera is also going to be partially obstructed, along with a bit of our tail light. So those should be fairly visible to most people out there. So just bear that in mind when you have the bike rack on, what other drivers are seeing when they're out on the road with you. And one of the questions you may have about this bike rack is, will it give me liftgate access? And as I mentioned, it does have a tilt down feature. You're going to do that by simply depressing this button. I always recommend you kind of hold on to one of the bikes and let it lower down slowly. And once that's in place, we can come around and we can open our lift gate without any issue at all. Now we can get in and out of our vehicle, get some water, change our shoes, grab some of the equipment we need for our ride. We could do all of that without having to go through the other end of the vehicle. So because we have some visibility issues in the back here, specifically with that rear view camera, it's a good idea to know just what kind of footprint this is leaving behind your vehicle. So from the bumper to the farthest part of the rack, we're just at about 28¼ inches. So just keep that in mind. You've got almost 2.5 feet extra back here behind the bumper. Whenever you're backing into a space or trying to parallel park, whatever it may be, just make sure you're aware that you have that behind you. Ground clearance is going to be another thing that we'll be wondering about. And we have a 16-inch ground clearance. And because it doesn't stick out too far, 16 inches is a fair amount. I'm not entirely worried about a steep driveway or hill and bottoming out, but it is something to be conscious of. And if you have one of those heavier 55-pound bikes, you're looking at maybe a 19-inch lift to get it up and down. So just make sure that's something you're comfortable with. Now the Benton Shifts and Grins also has a stowaway feature for when you're driving without your bike. So first we'll remove our bike. We're going to simply just remove the ratcheting wheel strap in the back here. We're going to come around and do the same on the front. And lastly, we're going to remove our arm, which we'll just simply pull up and out of the way. Now we're able to bring our bike down easily, and we're ready to hit the trail. So with the bike removed, we're just going to use that same button on the end here that we did for the tilt away, and we're going to lift and fold it up to the back of the vehicle instead. Now that we have it sitting here, we regain all of our visibility. You're probably going to see a little bit of the bike rack through your rear view camera. And we're also going to just check and see just how much room this ends up saving us at the end of the day. So now we're at about 14.5 inches off the back. So we really kind of cut that footprint pretty much in half for us back here, but it's still something to be conscious of. It is still there. So just be wary when you're backing into those tight spaces. So that was a look at the Benton Shifts and Grins on our 2025 Nissan Rogue. I hope this video helped. I'm Curt with eTrailer. Thanks for stopping by.